Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Legacies of Caine, a Vampire the Masquerade game. We took a little bit of a late start there, getting some technical issues done. We're missing a Jess today. Hopefully she'll feel better soon. If you're just joining us, we've been going on amazing misadventures playing, well, again, Vampire the Masquerade. Where a bunch of vampires have been going crazy things throughout the world. They are currently in Mexico. They are, in fact, in the small town of San Rafael, outside of Mexico City proper. And they've been staying in Cordoba with the hopes of avoiding the Sabat, who have a huge Mexican presence.
We don't like them.
Oh, no. They're not as friendly as you want them to be. Anyway. So, two of our characters here who are less noticeable by the Sabat, Emil and Dawn, have found themselves in the small bar, like, kind of bar of El Destavan. It's kind of like a bar, restaurant. Is there another word for it? Like, I'd call it like a tavern, but I don't know if there's another word for it, like, that would be like a Mexican version of a tavern.
The Canadian is the wrong one to ask.
Yup. Anyway, they're supposed to be finding a ghoul named Lyndon, who is their connection deeper into Khurshid. So, Emil, you and Dawn open the doors. Dawn quickly goes about just finding a seat for the two of you. Is there something particular you want to do now that you're in here?
So our goal was to do what again?
There's a ghoul named Lyndon in here, who can lead you to Khurshid.
Right. Okay. And we don't know who he is. We just know that he's here.
You know, he kind of hangs around this place.
Yeah.
This is like his favorite. I wouldn't call it his favorite drinking place, but favorite place to get a bite of real food and some drinks. Again, he's a ghoul, so though he needs the blood, he also needs some food. You know, he hasn't gotten beyond either of them. Yep. The worst of both worlds in a case. So apparently he likes some fine rustic Mexican. As this place is definitely feels very mom and pop kind of store, plus bar kind of area. So it's got like a little area for drinking and stuff where they're serving some like mixed drinks and stuff, and it's got a bunch of tables out and about.
Come on down to your local mom and pop store and or bar.
Mom and pop Mexican bar and store.
Did we get a description of this man?
You did not. But I'll tell you, you can guess that from his name, he is probably not Mexican.
That's helpful, actually.
Lyndon is not a Mexican name at all.
Well, then I am looking for either a pasty white man or American-looking gentleman, like it. Or, well, I guess it could be any race, but just not, probably not,
well, currently at this time of evening, you have a group of what looks to be Mexican men, seemingly in some kind of meeting, getting some food. You see a couple, a man and a woman. Again, they look more actual Mexican, you know, they've got their, I've been so bad at words today. Is it swarthy that I would use for complexion?
That depends on what you're trying to describe. If you're trying to describe a pasty person,
I'm trying to describe like the general like kind of I thought
swarthy, dark of color, complexion, yes.
Yeah, it like would that be a good word to describe the Mexican complexion? Because it's kind of like a slightly darker skin, but not like a white skin, but not definitely like a very dark skin.
Once again, the Canadian is the wrong one to ask.
Look,
as my skin could not possibly be any whiter.
Mm-hmm. Yes. This is an accuracy.
We do not see the sun for 3/4 of the year.
Look, I'm trying to figure out the correct word to describe someone's complexion, that they are more of a tanned variety. That would be appropriate.
I mean, just tan,
Swarthy,
bronze.
swarthy from what I'm...
I use swarthy a lot, and I don't know if it's accurate.
It seems to, honestly, swarthy does seem to be more Middle Eastern.
Swarthy, they call
Yeah.
Middle Eastern complexion. Okay.
I'd just say bronze.
The bronze complexion of your average, at least Mexican citizen. I'm sure there's some variety in amongst Mexicans, but you know, I'm thinking more northern Mexico anyway, and I'm just gonna go for that. I'm thinking more. Anyway, if I continue down this route, I will probably go down a hole that I don't need to go down. So, anyway, a couple.
That's what she said.
A Mexican couple that, or Mexican-looking couple at least, that seemingly are having a meal together. There seems to be a pale-skinned, maybe American/white person that's sitting at a table waiting for someone. He seems a little bit overweight. And is enjoying some food, but there's obviously like a menu waiting for someone on the other side of the table that hasn't arrived yet. There's also a couple of people on the bar that seem, you know, generalized Mexican worker, and one that seems to be in like a kind of straw hat and also is a more pale-skinned variety. So there seems to be two people that are possibly one: the slightly overweight man who's eating and waiting for someone, and the man at the bar.
Man, you're so
Okay.
screwed.
In
You
the
don't have
straw
Dawn
hat.
to tell you which one to go with.
Dawn, which one do we go to?
Yeah, I got this a table. Oh god, I can't do it. It's so bad. I can only do that British, the Scottish accent for so many versions of Jess' characters, and it gets bad. I'll come up with something worse.
So, so there's one at a table and one at a bar.
If you're going to assume Lyndon is his actual name and that he is non-Mexican, or at least looks non-Mexican, you know, enough of it. At least is named non-Mexican, because again, like, there's so much you don't know about this person. But there's two people that stand out with the name you have, and the people that would hear that would look like they don't belong.
Okay. Just, was the person at the table with someone or by himself?
The person at the table is currently by themselves, but it does look like they are waiting for someone. It doesn't mean that Lyndon doesn't have a meeting here, you just know that he hangs out here. And then he also is the sort of go-between between the outside world and wherever the Khurshid and the cultists that follow him hang out.
What time is it of day?
We said it was going to take a few hours to get in, so assuming that it was still nightfall was pretty early because they're still kind of in that March time period. We're assuming that it is maybe like 10, 11 at night. In between there. So, late, but not super late. Again, like, you have a group of men that are having some kind of meeting, the two couple that are eating out, two what look like Mexican workers drinking at, you know, they've kind of got, you know, dirty boots, you know, rugged clothes, drinking at the bar, and then you have man on his own, man at the bar. There's a lot of empty tables. Dawn found you a nice one, relatively close to the bar, kind of in between the two people.
Okay. Because the one guy is sitting at the, someone might be coming for him, I'll probably approach him first.
Mm-hmm.
And
You got this, buddy.
I'm just gonna sit down like across from him and say, are you who's Lyndon?
He's gonna shove
Are
a
you
taco
Lyndon?
in his mouth and be like, "Who's asking?"
So someone of a nightly occupation.
Oh, sorry. The fresh pickle is best at dawn.
Dawn says, "Ah, my pickle."
No, I've decided to switch accents
I don't know.
now.
It could be the Dawn likes.
Now we're gonna like,
you know,
oh, my pickle. It's a terrible thing.
Do I know anything about this? Was I informed about anything with this?
No.
Perhaps Dawn only enjoys pickles at dawn. Dawn.
Oh, hello.
Well. I've not been informed of any speech pattern that I should be aware of.
Those bastards in language didn't tell you anything? Oh man. I don't see anyone where you must be my contact. I don't see any other crazy white man coming into this area. Not with the cartels looking out. Look.
Well.
You get this back to the boys. You got that? And I want nothing more to do with it. Here's some good tacos. Try the tacos, buddy. Try the tacos. It's recommended. Drinks are on me. As soon as I'm done here, I'm out of here. I hear Guatemala's good this time of year. Maybe
I love
Peru.
tacos.
It's like, hey, what's a taco too? Hello there. My name is
You're
Dawn.
right. You know, I didn't think it could get worse than Scottish Dawn. I was mistaken. Horrendously
That was
so.
Monty Python Dawn.
Oh, God.
Sorry. Look, I'm really, really bad at British accents. And my Scottish, I'm trying too much to make it bad. I just can't help it.
I'd be like, and my thought got.
Yeah, he's just gonna leave a package.
We were told this. He's gonna pull.
He put a package
we
on
were
the
told
table.
that-
Yeah, and then he just finishes a couple of tacos. And then he will get up, and throw down some pesos and leave.
I'm just gonna bring the package and hand it to Don and be like, I don't know what to do with this. And then
Cartels, you say?
All of a sudden, a man kind of dressed in black with like sunglasses on and like a hat is gonna pull up and be like, I have a lovely bushel of pickles.
Yes, please take. I'm gonna just turn around. Yes, please take this package to the boys. I want to hear nothing else of it.
The code name. I have a lovely bushel of pickles.
Okay, wait, hold on. Oh gosh. Can I roll something to remember what the guy just said?
Sure.
I'm imagining Emil saying that. Oh gosh. I remember what that guy just said.
Might be a problem.
What should I roll?
Just roll some intelligence-based dice, sure.
Okay.
On one hand, I don't want you to screw this up. On the other hand, I want desperately for you to screw this up.
I mean, realistically, if we're gonna have anyone hunting us, I'd rather it be the cartels than the Sabat.
Except
Fair. I'm actually.
They might be involved.
So intelligence.
Oh,
what?
Straight intelligence. Just roll intelligence to remember.
Got it.
I don't know if there'd be a skill attached.
I really don't think there's an ability that applies to this.
Yes. No.
Occult?
No.
Linguistics?
Utilize your occult teachings to remember your brain.
What difficulty?
Just standard. Just roll it. Let's just see how well you roll and call it a day. All right, you got a success. You'll struggle a little bit, but you'll manage to recreate it. You have the package.
It's like the yes. Sorry.
And you were unnoticed.
Take it to your. Yes. Take it to your boys. I want to hear nothing else of it.
You should get out of Mexico then. The cartels know you got this out. America thanks you.
Understood.
The 10 million will the 10 million will be in your account by dawn.
Very well.
Shit.
Just
He'll take the package and leave.
Oh, you're fucked, dude.
You're so fucked.
El Chapo's coming for your ass. Is this before El Chapo was arrested or after?
The 3 men at the table will get up and leave now.
I'll just be like.
Wait, so they saw.
So these people saw that I wasn't the original guy, and I'm just gonna be like, I don't know what happened. I hope that whatever I did just blows over as me accidentally getting in the middle of something.
Oh, I hope it blows up all right.
Oh, it'll be hilarious, but anyway. I'll go over to the other other white guy at the bar. Hello.
Shouldn't he be getting out of Dodge?
So that wasn't for me. I think I got mixed up in something on accident, but
don't get me involved.
Well,
I'd probably leave
see,
if I
I'm
were
looking
you.
for. I am. The problem is, I'm looking for someone who is told that I was told would frequent here.
Mm-hmm.
Named Lyndon.
Okay. Great. Great. Do I know you?
I am
Also,
of a knightly...
we should probably get behind the bar in about, 30 seconds.
I jump behind the bar.
Miss, are you with him? Get behind here, please. We are not, God.
You don't need to look
So
it
that
up.
other guy was probably supposed to be killed.
Yeah. He's like,
but instead
he's in like a bad Spanish. He's telling like the person behind the bar, we're not here. As all of a sudden, gunfire rains out into the building.
There you go. There's bad gunfire sounds.
Hopefully they didn't bring any grenades.
I'm gonna
This
get out the
is
back.
some rom-com shit right here.
If you want to talk to me about whatever the hell you want to talk to me about, let's go out the back.
Very well.
All right. He'll manage to sneak you out the back as the building explodes
Oh.
in fire. Mm-hmm.
Did we just step into a spy movie?
Jeez.
Apparently.
Oh, you really fucked that up.
Uh-huh.
I'm amused.
I mean, I guess the
spy isn't
other
involved.
guy was the one who was supposed to die.
Meanwhile, Nathan, did you hear that?
No.
Did that sound like an explosion to you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hi. Alright, I'm sure. It's
I don't know. Why would there be an explosion here in Cordova?
Which is,
You guys quiet down. I'm trying to eat my rats.
That's like
Samuel,
a,
Why
I swear
are
to
you
God, if
asking
you're
me this in
eating...
the middle of coitus?
Samuel, I swear to God, if you are eating in bed again, we are going to have words.
it's like he's eating vegetables.
And I will not...
It's
I
like
will
lying
not
on a
be
pet of dead
pleased.
rats.
I can't hear you over all this munching.
Nor can
Rat.
I.
I swear to God, I'm going to drag you to the seven hells and back.
Okay.
Well, that was unfortunate. So...
I probably should have given him the correct package, too. Oh, well.
What?
You're a double agent for the cartel?
Well, I was curious as to what was in it, and, I mean, he did give it to us.
You know, that is very Dawn.
I know, it's very Dawn.
It might have been a sword.
It could have been a sword. It just seems to be what appears to be drugs and a flash drive. Not as exciting as I was hoping. Well, at least I hope this is drugs. It's in one of them, like, TV comical bricks of drugs.
They actually do come in that. Based on documentaries I've
Who
seen.
the hell are you
But,
two, and what the hell have you gotten me into? And also, we should continue to leave.
I agree. You know, I'm gonna drop any pretense. Are you a ghoul? That's what we're looking for.
I'm going to answer your question with a comment of, you're terrible at whatever you're doing. You're just bad at it. A building's filled with gunfire, explosions. You're mentioning things you probably should be a little less open about. I'm just gonna say...
I kind of already have the hunch that you're who we're looking for. So I'm not going to, so I'm just going with it.
Right. Great. Okay. So why do you want me? I loved that restaurant. I could get some great... Did you try... You didn't have a chance to try the tacos, did you? Before you got it blown up. They had great tacos.
We're looking for... Look,
They're alive.
we're
I
trying
guess I
to
could
get...
give them some money. They pay it back. Rebuild it, maybe.
Just glossed over that.
Anyway, well, that would help. But anyway, we're trying to get in contact with someone by the name of Khurshid.
Who gave you my name in that case, then?
Who did give us that name?
We don't have a name
Chapo
for them.
strolls up. I did.
No.
An old Kapakli
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, the Kapatli. Yeah. Okay. I thought they were the one.
Yeah.
Someone
The old
from
croc dude.
Someone from the Kapakli.
Ah, I see. Now, I'm going to go over a few quick questions here that I expect truthful answers to, and let me tell you what, I'm very good at detecting lies here. It's one of the gifts that I'm left in charge of, I don't know, let's say, surfacey things. We'll kind of go for the word surfacey right now, because I don't have a better
I'm
word
very
for
bad
it.
at telling them.
Wonderful, wonderful, that helps out too. So, are you here for assassination, overall murder, sedition, disruption, perhaps removing someone from, in quotations, deprogramming? I think that's the
Here to
word.
deliver a message.
Messages is good. Messages is fine. All right. Is it something that you have to deliver in person, or is it something that you could send through someone such as myself?
It does have to be in person, sadly.
All right, great. Why are you idiots?
Because the person who normally does, because the person who normally does the talking isn't wasn't able to make it.
Great. Are you the normal backup?
No, I'm like the third tier.
This explains a lot about what is happening. And what about you? Don't look at me. Normally, if they got no one else, they send the two of us together. Right.
I guess that's true, because...
Oh.
Actually, would Dawn be third, or would Emil be third?
I don't
No,
know.
I'm third.
No, they're third together.
I'm third. No, wait, I'm
You're
second.
last. You're
I'm
fucking
second.
last,
What are you
bud.
talking about?
Yeah.
You're
Bud,
base.
meet me behind the fucking Timmies. You're last.
You're last.
Uh-huh.
Bitch, I'm literally the... Oh, God.
Oh, I go to hell sometimes. That's my whole thing. I
Oh,
got
I'm gonna
arm.
drag you to hell. I'm gonna take you there and show you exactly
Fancy
what I
invisible
do.
arm.
He's
Fancy
gonna
invisible
introduce
arm.
you to all of his children.
I'm sure they'd have a wonderful day playing with your bones.
Yeah, a bunch of kitties. Doubt it.
Because it's very funny and I'm having a good time. Okay.
I've got roaches. And rats.
Oh,
Usually those are
I'm
bad things to
positively
have.
quivering in my loafers.
Alright. So... Honestly speaking, I shouldn't do anything to do with you folks. But really, your idiocy impresses me. It's like on a new level of low. You know, it's like you get that level of high that impresses people. I don't know how you wandered into this one here. Not only did it seem like you disrupted that meat behind the, that corrupt businessman, who's been abusing a lot of stuff in Mexico, and got his hold on whatever the hell you stole. But not only that, you also then didn't give it to what I'm guessing was a CIA operative. Possibly DEA. Maybe there's a couple other of those letter-based American groups that they could be. Regardless, you pretended to give them what did you even give them? Oh, when we were coming into town, there was this nice little stand that was selling some t-shirts, and I bought one. I technically bought two. I was gonna give one to Leslie, cause you know, I thought he might like it, but you know, I'll just keep the one for myself.
Oh my God.
I think that's out of character. She would have gotten one for herself, one for Leslie, and a little one that Leslie could give to his kid.
He probably still has the kid one. She probably still has the kid one. You're right.
Oh my God. Oh.
I'd get rid of that
Shut.
if I were you. And if you want a meeting, do you have a number for me to contact you with? I will contact you on a burner phone that is not the one that's on me right now. I'm going to be honest with you right now. But give me a number.
That's... Here, I'll give you the number of the person who should... Actually, wait. Okay, so, are we being sent because you guys don't want to have any contact with these people? Or...
These people, it's okay to have contact with. We can't be seen by the Sabat, which is the issue.
Got it. I'll give them Nathan's number then. Here, I'll give you the number of the person who normally does that.
I'll contact the boss man, see what he thinks, and send you along the lines. You
Actually,
know,
no. I'll give him Dawn's number because Dawn often just hands the phone over to Nathan anyway.
This is accurate. We'll see how things go. I'll put in a good word for you, I guess. Sure?
Thank you.
Hey, boss.
I don't...
Watch these people. Guess how long it'll take them to screw up. My bet is on about 2 seconds.
I recommend either... I don't know what to do with that stuff you took. Just figure something out with it before I contact you again.
Understood.
These guys
You're
are
gonna bring it back with you, aren't you?
They're gonna bring it back with them.
I was actually going to do something slightly both worse and better, depending on how you look at it, and call Nathan from like a back alley.
Hello.
Find some back end. We may have gotten mixed up in the middle of some kind of drug cartel fiasco.
And
I'm 100% listening in on this with Ospec.
Well, we have some sort of package of drugs that also has a flash drive in it.
I'm unsure what you're talking about. I'm sure that if you ended up in possession of something of any sort of dangerous nature, you would make sure to leave it somewhere.
Got it.
Oh, but I want to keep it.
Is that a fire engine I hear?
Probably.
See, I told you.
Perhaps in the fire.
Got it. That's actually not a bad idea.
There also seems to be roving bands of marauders in trucks. I count 3 trucks with each about 7 men in them with very large guns.
Ah,
I'll forget the fire.
lovely. Perhaps a dumpster. Perhaps get the fuck out of there. Click.
Anyway, back alley dumpster it is.
Hey, let's just keep it on us and we'll get rid of it on the way. I don't feel like finding a dumpster that's not going to be, you know, loud and noticed by these blokes.
Very well. Also, let's see.
Where we leave our car?
Stuff roll.
On the roll.
I thought I would have assumed we Ubered over, to be honest.
Maybe rental vehicle.
From one city to another city
That is a very
Late.
expensive ride share.
at night. Yeah, it is.
That does happen, but yeah, that is probably.
Oh, Dawn has to roll some extra dice here. I'd fire. She rolls 3 extra. Which is...
I sure hope it's at least 2 successes on whatever she's rolling. Dawn grabs the package, and a mysterious white cloud erupts from her hand.
Oh, it was 2 success. Oh my god, I forgot. I missed. She botched. Holy crap. Wow.
I got 1 success. I got 1 success this time.
Neither you are very stealthy.
I should have been. Look at those 2 1s.
She got 2 1s also.
That's fair.
Perhaps we should pack up.
Yes, that would probably be for the best. Knowing
Samuel.
that I'm probably going to be tracked. And
I'm almost done eating.
Samuel, I swear to God, if you don't put that rat down right now, I will rip it from your hands and shove it down your throat.
Alright, I'm done.
Good.
There's
Grab
like
your
half a
things, we need
dozen
to
like
leave.
dead rats on his bed.
Why did you even lure them all into here anyway?
I was lazy. Didn't feel like getting up.
And
It was a
I'm
me
the-
day. I can take a me day.
Oh, you don't take a me day while you're on the job, Samuel.
We're always on
There's
the
a reason
job.
I have not
I was
taken a
gonna
me day
say-
in over a year.
We're literally always on the job. So you know,
Exactly!
I mean, you had a few months of me days.
No,
Didn't you?
no.
I mean,
He's going to... The book that he has in his hands is going to be slammed on the desk. No. Those were not me days. Those were suffering through eldritch horrors beyond the pale of Lovecraft. Things that he could not possibly have even imagined.
that's like your thing, though.
Yeah, it is kind of your thing.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response. Can we get ready to leave?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to stealth around as best
It's
we
not
can.
very stealthy, as you'll hear someone yell, "Por ahí!" As you'll see a man with an automatic weapon like pointing towards where you are in like a back alley, and then all of a sudden his head's going to explode, And gunfire is going to rip out. As there now seems to be some kind of gun battle going on in town there.
Run.
It seems as though a coalition of what you can only guess is a separate cartel is opening fire on the one that's here now, which is unusual. It's very unusual. So there's gunfire raining out in the streets. You'll eventually make it back to your rental car. You will not be getting your deposit back, but it's still in working condition.
Okay. And we're just going to drive, and at some point along, we're going to just throw the bag of drugs and flash drive out the window of the car into the desert.
I kind of want to keep it now.
How about we just get rid of the flash drive and you can keep the drugs?
I really can't get drugged up, you know, unless I get someone drugged up. I don't really care about them. Well, maybe.
I'm curious as to what's on it too, but I don't think it's a good idea.
There's a lot of dead people, and now we're missing a windshield, and also, my door has like 7 bullet holes in it. I mean, we're gonna have to have something bring back to Nathan.
I still no. I'm just chucking it out the window. I don't.
No, it's
care.
mine. If you want to, you can wrestle away from Dawn and get rid of it.
I will.
Okay.
Especially since I don't.
No,
think
you gotta roll for it.
You gotta
roll for it.
No, I'm not gonna have you roll for it.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't resist that hard.
No,
True.
a little bit, but not that hard.
Probably for the best you don't bring it back to.
So the car will come back without.
Let me put it this way: my character knows about tech. He knows that it's possible to track anyone who gets a piece of something on a flash drive, or he knows it's possible to install things in flash drives that you can't do.
Well,
so
Samuel would
best not
probably be
plug it
excited
into
to crack into it. Meanwhile, Leslie and Nathan would be like, "What the fuck have you done?"
I would too, but I also just don't think it's worth it, since it has nothing to do with what we're trying to do, and I could live with not knowing.
I want to take down the CIA.
It's gonna.
Is this the Roach Rebellion?
I mean, if not worth it. Not worth it.
Anyway, hours later you'll arrive back with the car, and the car will be a little smoky, just a little smoky. You're pretty sure it's from a few bullet holes in the front of the car, and the multiple bullet holes in the side of the car, and also like it was also probably a little buggy because you had like the windshield was broken also from gunfire. Like the car was not in good shape.
Nathan.
I don't think we're getting our deposit back.
I desperately hope that's not them. But somehow in my heart of hearts, I know it is.
Well, do you want me to ruin the surprise for you with Auspex?
I don't feel there's a surprise.
Lovely. Perhaps you could order us another car?
I believe I am running low on my cash reserves.
I will order us another car then.
Not using a credit card, I hope.
My own money. Which I'm 90% sure at some point I've had the ability to pull money out of somewhere, given that I've had multiple sheafs of money destroyed in multiple jackets at this point.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. I do have money. I will get us a new car then.
You have resources, I believe, of a certain...
I do. I have resources of 2, but I keep losing them in jackets constantly.
Jacket-based
Yo, I love having rich friends. Feels good.
Hi, we're back. We've come back. Emil, tell them all about it.
Well,
So,
someone will be calling Dawn later, and
Dawn, did you plug in your phone?
Oh, yeah, I should do that.
And turn it on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Psst, Samuel.
Yeah.
Don't tell Emil. I kept this.
Oh, what is? Oh. Wait, what is? Where did you get this?
It was with the drugs.
Oh. Hold on, let me.
I mean, we don't have to do anything about it. I'm just curious what's on it.
No, yeah, I wanna take a look.
Are
at
they
this.
whispering?
I mean,
If she's whispering, I'm whispering. If
Yeah.
she's not, then I'm not.
she's probably
I just-
whispering. Probably
Does,
Leslie would hear.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do my supernatural senses pick it up?
Mhm.
This is the point where I'm sad I have supernatural smell and not supernatural hearing.
I got the full works.
Mhm.
Dawn. Well, no, we should deal with this now. Dawn. What
Yeah.
did you keep from a pile of drugs,
Oh,
and
you
where did you get a
whispered too
pile of
loudly.
drugs?
Did you keep?
Did she already hand it over to me?
Oh
at
yeah,
this
she already
point?
handed it over. You got a flash drive.
It's in my pocket.
Mhm.
Dawn.
See how
What
she
now?
handles this.
Dawn. What did you keep from a pile of drugs?
So Linda's gonna call me tomorrow and gonna let us know about meeting Khurshid. We did a good job.
Yeah, that's good job, everybody.
Also, apparently the cartel is fighting the cartel or something else, and also like the FBI or CIA or one of those groups is involved.
Pardon, the CIA.
It was CIA.
Dawn?
Emil's the one that was the spy.
All right,
You're a
Dawn.
CIA spy.
Did I
Dawn,
detect?
What did you keep?
It had a flash drive. If we couldn't keep the drugs, I was wondering what was on it.
Did I
see the
detect
flash
Dawn
drive?
hand?
What'd you say?
May I see the flash drive?
I gave it to Samuel.
It depends on what you're gonna do with it.
I would like to examine it with my hands.
Is that an I'm going to break it?
Yes.
What if I examine it with a computer?
Tandis,
Mm,
can I try and do something stealthily?
probably.
Cool.
can
Would
try
my
to-
heightened senses have picked up Dawn handing it off to Samuel? And if so, where he put it?
Probably not necessarily.
Samuel, you are welcome to pull it out and examine it in your hands as thoroughly as I would have.
Okay. Yeah, but like, this could have some really good information. It's like worth
That
a
is
lot of money.
absolutely true. However, good information is also dangerous information, and if I may remind you, right at the moment we are in the middle of Sabat territory.
Leslie's going to celerity pickpocket.
Try it, bitch.
I mean, we're already in Sabat territory. Do we really want to add 2 cartels and a CIA agent into the mix of hunting us?
I mean, no, but also.
Emil, we weren't disguised when the agent saw us. We have a description of us.
No, we weren't.
It's
And-
the #1 rule of spycraft.
And
we
I
broke
just
that.
did give him a T-shirt and not the drugs and the things, so he might be looking for us anyway.
What
Okay,
do I...
you know, no. You know what? I will give this up to someone who has a similar interest in information, however, is maybe more cautious than myself. Leslie, I trust your judgment with this. It will hurt my heart if you break it, but I will understand your decision, and I'll hand it to Leslie.
He's going to look somewhat taken aback for a moment, and then he will take the flash drive. Samuel,
Mm-hmm.
You did not just pull some random flash drive out of your pocket and give it to me.
I did not. I don't just keep flash drives in my pocket.
I'm
This isn't
just
like the
saying that I would
2000s.
not put it past you.
Do you want to check my pockets? Just pat me down.
Given the circumstances.
Put my
Yes.
hands in the
Flash
air.
drives with you?
Alright, I will. Keeping the
Always
other
have at least
flash
two.
drive in my hand so it can't be taken, I will pat down Samuel for any other flash drives.
Do you have any?
No, I don't.
Then you don't find any.
Alright. Well, then
Nah, everything's in the cloud, baby.
I am. I must admit, Samuel, I'm rather surprised.
Does that mean I get to eat another rat?
Yes, I forgive you for the rats you ate in the bed, and you can have some more rats. Now, if you excuse me, I need to make a call. Because dun 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 dun, I have a spy background! Wowee! And it's actually gonna come up for once! Wowee! Who would have thunk it?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
I trust my information lords.
Tantus, I guess I'm finally using my CIA contact.
You're using your CIA contact.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know how this works because I've never been able to do it.
Alright, what you'll do to use your CI contact is you know that you have to go out and get a burner phone first off, probably. And you know you have a specific number that you can call in order to forward it. It's basically like, rather than being like having contact with this person as if you're CIA, you have contact with person as if you are... Now that person is technically more your information, but according to official records, you
I'm
are
their informant.
You're the informant, yes. Even though it tends to be more the opposite to the contact. So you contact, like, you call into a certain number that then, you know, you give your password to, very spy-y, and it will forward you to someone who works in Langley. And he'll answer the phone. It's like, we're monitored. What do you want?
I'd expect nothing less. You can't make this secure?
We're as secure as we're going to be.
Wonderful. There's some business happening in Cordoba, it would seem.
Mexico?
Indeed. A couple of gangs and some...
San Rafael.
Was it in
It was San Rafael, yeah. So we'll just say San
Oh,
Rafael.
we're in Cordoba.
Yeah.
They're in...
San Rafael.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Give me a
Rafael,
moment.
I said.
He'll hear some typing. You're like, be careful. You've stumbled onto something that could be a little dangerous.
For who? Ourselves? or-
Word is that one of the cartels was developing some kind of new chemical based on heroin, but jacked up in such a way that it is no longer sellable as a drug. They weaponized it, whatever the formula they came up with is. A powdery substance that can be laced into a population's water supply and cause damage.
I'm glad I didn't say I threw it into a river.
Leslie is going to put his head into his hand and just, you know, pinch the bridge of his nose with his hand, just like...
From our insiders said it was accidental that they developed it. Apparently something went wrong with trying to get a sample of it so we could break it down and figure out how to either use it ourselves or undo the effects of it before they could be dangerous to individuals. The cartel is apparently in a hard spot, as now, from your word, and apparently it just happened recently, a battle broke out between this one and the locals in San Rafael. I'm only guessing that's where the meeting went down and you ran into stuff with this.
As per usual, I assure you that I was never there.
Good. Look,
If somebody were to come into possession of the information,
it could help. If you could get the sample, it would be better. But with the information, we can at least do something with it. It might be harder to recreate, but knowing the chemical formulas, we at very least could perhaps look at some way to counteract it.
At this point, Leslie's gonna have a wicked smile on his face. And I'm sure our illustrious corporation would have absolutely no use for it and would never use it.
Of course not.
Of course not. Wonderful. Should be all. Maybe in contact with you soon.
Be careful.
Always.
If things accelerate at this rate because of what's... Tree lines have been broken between some of the cartels. Things may erupt in Mexico. Violence.
More reason to not
Middle
want
of
to
a
be here.
pandemic?
Yeah!
Yes, I'd rather be out of here as soon as possible. This does not make it any easier.
Didn't
Your
you know there was
assistance
this
as
drug
always.
war that happened in Mexico?
Your assistance, as always, is most appreciated.
Indeed.
Ta. He's gonna close the phone, break it,
Mhm.
chuck it in a trash can,
Okay.
and go back to the group.
Something I did
Dawn.
forget to message is there probably are terrorist groups that might want it also. So there are...
Yeah, I could. That
Yeah.
part I was inferring.
Yeah.
As soon as you said they're weaponizing it,
It's
chemical
like
warfare.
terrorists,
Yeah, all right.
you know, probably a lot of nation states that have been interested in it that haven't quite moved on it yet. The CIA was the first to make a move on it, using a in quotation friendly contact, but now they have a shirt. It's a
Well,
nice
Go on.
shirt.
I might be able to find it again.
well, getting there. Dawn.
I know.
Well, Emil as well. What did the two of you do with the drugs?
Well,
He threw it out
I
window.
Threw it into the desert.
Threw it out the window into the desert.
Yeah, about 15 minutes outside of the town.
Well, so
Maybe 20.
Oh, yeah, we're not finding that. Mother pearl. Right,
I might be able to track it down. I've got a pretty good sense of smell.
I assure you, this is not something you want to smell. Whatever the two of you have got yourself tangled into, however you got yourselves tangled into this, a secondary objective, if you will. Let's gonna check the time.
it's probably around 3 in the morning, I'd say now, with how much the traveling they had to do.
So we've only got a handful of hours.
Yes. Probably getting, actually, I'd say probably at least 3:30, getting closer to 4, so maybe an hour, maybe 2 at most at this point.
Emil, you are able to take shelter within the dirt, right?
Yes.
Are you able to have somebody else there with you?
Only if they can do it too. I don't think I can bring anyone else in.
I can go into the dirt.
Okay. The two of you need to attempt to find that package. Under no circumstances are you to taste it, smell it, have it on your body, on your skin, in any way. If the package is broken,
Leslie, I'd like to point out that this does not sound like drugs.
no, it most certainly is not. Do we have any of those incendiary
It's like
grenades
the-
left?
Bioweapon or something?
Wonderful assumption, indeed. Well, chemical, but yes, whatever our two friends have gotten themselves into, they have found their way into the middle of multiple nation states and cartels and various letter agencies fighting over a chemical weapon.
Huh.
Leslie?
And though I am no altruist, I also would not want this tracked back to us, and if this is released, it very well could be. So, do we have any of those incendiary grenades left?
Currently not on you.
Wonderful. Samuel, Emil,
Leslie?
do either of you know how to make a Molotov?
Yes.
I mean, you just like stick a rag in there and light it, right?
Close enough.
Well,
If you can
Close
find the drugs, well, drugs, and if the
Close
package
enough.
is broken,
Uh,
then you burn it.
All right.
And
Close
we
enough.
hope that that takes
What-
care of
what-
the weapon.
what was that, Emil?
I'll bring a couple extra plastic bags just in case as well.
Wonderful idea. If you can, retrieving it would be the best. If not, we burn it, and we hope that takes care of the weapon. Yes, Nathan.
Why do we need to spend the time doing this? Given that there are presumably at least 2 other groups searching for this package.
Ideally, they do not know that the package was with these two, and that they do not know that it was on a car headed this direction and thrown out into the desert. We do not want anyone else, well, call it lingering ties to my past life.
Good, would it be
Service to
like
country. and
if
all
someone
that.
found it, they'd be like, "Oh, sweet drugs," and granted, they might snort it, and what would it do to them? Kill them? Something?
In what I
Well,
would
they-
assume would be a most painful manner, yes.
Or they might sell it to someone who then, peddle it somewhere and do the same.
And suddenly we have multiple nation states with their hands on a chemical weapon.
I mean,
Granted,
they
perhaps
might
not
know
of
what they-
concern
It looked kind of like, powdered stuff. I thought it was just, drugs. They might not know what it is.
they may not,
Well,
but
That might actually be worse if they don't know what it is.
That's what I was
Indeed.
saying.
Well, is this the sort of thing that's going to affect the person that uses it, or infect the person that uses it, and then spread?
affect the person that uses it. If the person that finds it just assumes it's drugs, they die. Potentially problem solved. However, if the person who finds it knows what it is, we are now dealing with a very powerful, potent chemical weapon in the hands of multiple cartels and nation states across Mexico, causing all sorts of wars, and potentially being used against, say, the good old US of A. Which, again,
And
lingering.
does it affect us?
I have no idea, and I don't want to test it.
I don't want to test it either, but if
Traditionally, drugs and stuff would affect you folks when you would drink blood from someone that would be infected with it. If you wanted to get more details about how it would work, someone would need to access the flash drive to get information.
no.
Mhm. You
So,
don't have details
my
on what it
concern-
does, or how to destroy it, or anything like that, or even like can they make more of it, or anything like that either. This is the sample that they had created was stolen,
Yeah.
along with a flash drive on the information based on it. Whether or not they have information left over that they could continue to create it or anything like that, you do not know. You also know it was by accident that they created this.
Basically,
Listen,
yes.
if they have the information on a flash drive, Samuel, can you assist me in guaranteeing Leslie that it is also available somewhere else?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Oh, be assured, I am aware that there may be a backup of the information. However,
Which
from the
means-
information that I gathered from my contact and from the behaviors of these groups, it does not seem likely that the information is elsewhere. My contact also assured me that while having the flash drive is good, having the sample is actually better. The sample is the more dangerous of the two.
The
more
only
ways than
way the information wouldn't exist is if which it is possible that this happened, is if they destroyed the computer that it was like originally stored to.
And no one had made copies of it prior
True.
to that.
True.
Again,
Well-
call it lingering ties and
Mhm.
what's the word I'm looking for? Not dereliction.
Also,
Well,
Sense of duty.
also,
Hmm.
the people who made it You say they made it by accident?
Indeed.
Presumably they still know what they were doing when they made it.
Again, from the sounds of it, no. Which is why it is of the utmost importance to get it if we can. Granted, I'm not saying all of us go. The two of them, with their ability to meld into the earth, quick 5-minute adventure in, out, if they have to, take refuge under the earth. Meanwhile, Dawn, being the one who will be called, will be with you and I, and we can handle the talking with Khurshid. It is merely a side adventure for these two.
Well,
A best efforts, you would say.
yes. So tomorrow we'll head out and do that, preferably with a new car.
Preferably
do any of you have-
tonight, hence my bringing up your melding into the earth thing.
We can get started tonight. Are any of you able to?
Oh.
Are any of you good makeup artists?
I've been practicing a little bit. I made her Scottish again.
I can use disguise kits.
Oh, I practiced a little bit. We were having some fun with it at one point in time.
I don't want people to see who I am because I might be recognized.
I mean, I think our shot up car is pretty recognizable. We should probably do something about that.
That's what I said in a different car.
You two will take this one, and we will find another.
Maybe leave it in the desert when you're done. Walk back or something. Like mine, you might have to stay in the desert, but might be good.
Samuel, can you take your special phone with you into the dirt?
I believe I can take everything with me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't alert you because it would be like buried, but you.
Yeah,
could
no,
take
I
it.
wouldn't be able to like use it.
Special phone?
Satellite.
His sat phone.
Oh, right. Yeah, he has that.
So, given that at some point, someone will have to meet with Khurshid, as far as I'm aware, that means we'll be going in that general direction anyway. So you two can take the shot-up car out to the general area you think it might be, and then leave it somewhere. Ideally with a couple of bottles of alcohol and Molotov. And you
It
guys...
shouldn't be too hard to track. Dawn and I were sweating quite a bit and scuffled over it even, and there's probably plenty of smell in it.
Sure.
Do-
The point
we-
is,
do we
the two
sweat
of you
blood?
can then stay out there until we need to come and get you.
Understood.
And if we haven't heard from Khurshid before tomorrow evening, say around 11 or so, we can come and get you regardless. All right?
Understood.
Again, this is merely best efforts. Do not put the two of yourselves at any great risk for it, and do not come in contact with the powder. It should not affect us, but this is a chemical weapon. You don't fuck with chemical weapons.
What
Understood.
did you think the plastic bags were for, Leslie?
Pardon?
The plastic bags that they said they were bringing, that's presumably to scoop up some of the powder, if it has in fact... without touching it. Perfect.
All I'm saying
Okay.
is be careful.
After that excitement, we'll take our first break, maybe our only break, depending on how things go here. As two of you are heading out to the desert, and the other three are awaiting a phone call.
I got to use my CIA connection!
You got to use your CIA connection.
That's been sitting in my pocket for 3 years. Oh,
Uh-huh. So
let's go.
if you need a drink, snack, bathroom break, go ahead and do that, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's only an hour 13 anyway.
Mm-hmm. We're back. All right. So,
Hello.
Emil and Samuel will be heading off to the desert. to search for the powdery substance, which may or may not would cause issues with whatever is exposed to it.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. It's probably it's some kind of you know, I was gonna say it's some kind of heroin derivative that unfortunately is a lot less I get you high and more I get you dead.
Especially since apparently putting it in the water supply.
Probably a happy death then.
Probably.
Yeah. Also,
Probably don't
I think part of what we'll also be doing along the way is asking coyotes if any of their brethren have fallen dead recently.
Ah.
Well, we also hunt.
Okay.
Because
I thought you meant like coyotes, like the people that help people get across the border. I was like, well, we're looking for them now? Okay.
No, I'm like the animals, because that's the one thing. It's like...
I don't know where Cordoba is, but I don't know if it's near the border.
No, it is like
central south.
Okay.
It is fairly central
That's even
Mexico.
more confusing.
Mm-hmm.
I think coyotes like operate all over Mexico because they take them across the country and through the border, and then
I mean, honestly, finding that kind of coyote probably wouldn't be a bad idea because us getting out of the country is not necessarily going to be particularly easy.
I mean,
That's
what we
fair.
have the private jet for. That's how we got here in the first place. Well, actually, no, this one wasn't the jet.
No,
this
actually...
was the prop plane that I flew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't actually come here in the jet.
Yeah, this was... Speaking of, where did we leave the prop plane? We left it somewhere we could get back to, right?
Outside of Cordoba.
Okay.
At one of the airfields near there.
Right.
That would be where you left it.
Seriously, if we need to, we break into the airfield, get back on the prop plane, and I fly us out of Mexico again.
I gotta say, I also have to say, like, the road between San Rafael and Cordoba isn't that deserty, and especially if you get near to here, it is pretty green in this section of Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Mountainy and green.
That should make it both easier and harder to find the package.
Yes.
I'll be honest. There's green, yes, but coming from that almost that area. I mean, I know it's more south, and I know there's also different things like mountains and stuff. Blah blah blah. There's still certain parts that are deserty.
Yes. I think it's
I need
just
to check the actual map, but I know the kind of green that it's talking about. It's like, yes, it's green, but it's also kind of...
Well, I think it's the entire thing that's getting into the area that's getting... Because I think by the time you get to Cordoba, you're actually getting into the region that could be considered the... I think there's rainforest in Mexico. Rainforest Mexico. Is there? Yeah, the Mexican rainforest.
They got rid of it just outside of San Rafael. Well, 20 minutes outside.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, dice rolls can take care of all this anyway.
Oh yeah, because apparently, like, how much of Mexico's rainforest? 34.5%. So it is down in that south there.
That is a much larger portion than I would have expected.
Uh-huh.
But again, Canadian, so I really don't know a damn thing about Mexico.
Well, it's kind of like, I knew for a fact that Mexico City is actually not deserty. It's one of those weird things as you think it is because you think of it as Mexico. And when people think about the deserts of Mexico, it's like all of northern Mexico is very deserty. You know, except for like the coastlines.
Yeah, okay, this is exactly what I was thinking about when I say, yeah, it's green, but it's not that green. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a light rainforest that's kind of like... Yeah, it's lush, but it's not super lush.
And I think if we're saying you, like, between 15 and 20 minutes outside of town, probably it was on the main road within the mountain range, because I think you have to take 150 to 1,500, and that would have taken you up towards Mexico City. So you came down on 1,500, and it's probably when you got on 150. In that area, like when you that's actually probably when you threw it out, is when you slowed down a little bit rather than just throwing it highway out a window where it could, like, you know, like, because you probably didn't want to necessarily like burst it open. So it's probably when you got off right around that area there, probably during like the slowdown and onto 150. Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Google Images. I'm like, yeah, there's definitely like it's green, but then there's also areas of just dry.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to say what's what in an area too, because there's definitely still
Fortunately, none of
dry.
this actually matters. And we can go have some fun.
All right. Yep. I will need some form of sense check from one or both of you to find stuff.
Me. I'll even go wolf form just to make it even better.
Oh, okay. You're gonna try to track it like a wolf. You're gonna track the scent of Dawn, as she had that probably under her shirt for a while, or in her coat.
Yep.
I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe birds can tell Samuel as well if they've seen anything.
Yeah. Hey, Gringo, you want to be talking to me?
Oh my god!
I'm a parrot.
Oh, I didn't expect that. I should have expected that. You'd think by now I'd be used to.
My accents are all very bad and stereotypical.
Okay, so basically, I get perception checks to smell reduced by 4.
Ooh.
So
Probably
I'm guessing perception.
What the hell's a tracking?
Alertness.
Survival? Survival.
Yeah, survival.
Perception survival, then. I think that's tracking. Mm-hmm.
And then what's my difficulty?
I'll make it difficulty 8.
Also, how does willpower work? Do I just get like one automatically success?
You get one automatic success.
Cool, I'm doing that.
Alright.
I think this is important enough. I'm glad I did.
Oh my god.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
One success.
Wait, why is that so bad? Hold on, perception. 5. That is 5 dice. Okay, I don't know. My brain's just like, okay.
Is the correct number of dice. You had the reduced difficulty from bonuses to smell.
Yep.
So you got give you the second success, which gets you to 0, and you get the.
I just got a whole bunch of 1s.
So it will take a while for you to find it, but eventually you will find the package, and it will be seemingly relatively intact. There's seemingly some damage to it, but you do not see any signs of any kind of powder necessarily leaking huge amounts. There's a little bit of leakage, and already you can see what appears to be a dead raccoon next to it.
Got it.
Oh.
Anyway, that's going in an extra Ziploc bag, and then that Ziploc bag's going in another Ziploc bag.
And then we tape it shut.
You can notice that the raccoon has bled from its nose, foamed at its mouth. It looks as though it has bled profusely from its eyes, as it looks like all the veins in its eyeballs burst. And also, like, you can see that, like, it kind of quite literally pooped out parts of its intestines.
Yay,
Anyway,
chemical
Molotov-
weapons!
Molotov cocktail raccoon.
It's like,
Good call.
just burn the raccoon.
Yup.
The
Hopefully
raccoon.
that should take out any residuals that may have fallen out of the bag too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that raccoon died pretty awfully.
Yeah, that'd be a bad death. Literally shitting out your intestines.
While your eyeballs
Yeah,
are
time for
burst.
human trials.
And you probably choke on your own blood a little bit, and you bleed out of many orifices, and your veins and your eyeballs burst, and
Side effects may include
horrible death. Warning: not for consumption by raccoons. Right. You probably will want to, as we said before, dispose of the vehicle and then rest somewhere in the dirt for night and contact them in the morning, or evening, I should say.
I think you have it backwards, yeah.
The next evening, when you're again, like, this is kind of like getting into an area that's a little mountainy. Probably, it's finally getting out of the area where it's been like a mixture of like desert and stuff, so it's a lot scrubbier. Heading towards Mexico City, and so it's a lot like you're just finding some nice area of dirt to hide in, over near some trees and stuff. The day will pass by. Next evening, you'll be able to contact them, and Dawn will get a phone call. which she would promptly hand over to Nathan. Nathan, my phone's ringing for you. Well, at least I assume it's for you. Hey, is this the moronic rat from yesterday?
Moronic rat?
The idiot from yesterday. This is the idiot woman's phone, right?
Ah, yes.
Great. Are you the idiot from yesterday? Or are you one of the ones that are supposed to be smart, according to him?
I'm smart, I just don't have street smarts.
I believe you're the ones that is supposed to be smart.
Great. Okay. I spread word. Look, I'm not saying there won't be a meeting. There will be a meeting. But, Boss Man is not... He's not keen on it necessarily. Again, I judged your man. He seemed truthful. But there's more than just them too. So what the plan is? There's a little place in Topeka.
Kansas?
No, Mexico. I'm gonna try to spell. I'll try to spell this in. Topeka. There's an old warehouse there, not in use right now. I will meet with you folks. Let's say around 2 this morning. If everything was all right, I'll call him. Who you need to talk to. I'll get good judgment on whoever you're bringing in. Make sure you keep none of them hidden. Again, my special skill is telling that kind of thing. Or, I'm not sure if your little friend told you. He was kind of stupid.
I imagine there were plenty of details they left out. If you would be so kind as to tell me the whole story of it, I would love to buy you a drink and hear it. Or acquire a drink. Or food, or whatever you like, because...
I'm busy looking to perhaps... Oh, you know what? If you want something from me, invest in the restaurant that they got blown up. The one I liked going to. Those nice folks, they managed to live. Thanks to my quick thinking, and they're listening to me. Great.
I know how that is. All right. I think I can...
Donations would be lovely. And please, please, don't send them out again.
No promises, as I prefer not to be hunted to death.
At least
I will not send them to you again.
That's great. I don't want to deal with them again. Excellent. Click.
I'm not sure if we're supposed to bring them or not bring them.
Judging from what I heard, verging on the latter?
No, I think we're supposed to bring them, they're just not supposed to be hidden. So perhaps if they're just kind of sitting in a car outside.
I think that was more of a I should not be hidden.
Oh, absolutely. No, neither of us should be.
It's a shame. I was hoping to get a read on him before I joined, but yeah, what can you do?
Well, you could destroy a particular device, but other than that, not much.
Indeed. And it may have some use yet, as long as it's not plugged into anything. Very well. Should we pick them up and... Well, I suppose we should pick them up.
Yes. Also, Dawn, would you mind riding in the trunk?
Do I have to?
Well,
it's not like fun right in the trunk, you know?
You know, I do know that. I have ridden in trunks before. I've also been seen by various organized mobsters who wanted to kill me for what they believed I held, and I decided that the trunk was the better part of valor.
Fine, I'll go in the trunk.
Dawn, just consider this the last part of your glorious spy adventure. You're getting a little taste of what I used to do. Isn't that exciting?
You have to go in trunk?
Occasionally.
Doubt me.
As Nathan said, discretion is the better part of valor.
Alright, she'll be in the trunk.
Wonderful. We'll go pick up our compatriots. It's chilling in the dirt.
Uh-huh.
When you guys come out of the dirt, are you like...
boys.
Do you guys just like come out of the dirt completely clean, or are you just like covered in dirt?
I think we're good.
I actually
always
think
wondered
you are
that.
good, because you meld with the dirt.
Yeah, we become dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah, if someone were to, like, dig into the dirt, they would find just a very hard, stony, like, bedrock, almost,
Interesting.
where we were.
Mm-hmm. It's magic. Technically, it's not. It's supernatural abilities from horrible monstrosities. Yay!
I mean, if sufficiently advanced science can be counted as magic, then so can supernatural abilities.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I thought supernatural abilities were automatically considered magic, because I understand.
Depends on the system
mind.
you use.
I suppose that's true.
Depends on the system you use.
I thought you might like that one.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so
You'll go pick up your boys out in the desert
Yep.
with their Ziploc baggie full of strange powder.
yep, we're going to pick up a hoodie on the way
Mm-hmm.
for someone who shall remain Emil.
Uh-huh. Dawn probably could have had a hoodie too.
Yeah, but we got a trunk.
Oh, that's right, she's in the trunk.
True.
No,
Yeah.
Dawn has her own shirt.
Mm-hmm.
She is not wearing that shirt.
Uh-huh.
Especially after she gave a matching shirt to the CIA. I have a contact with the CIA. I cannot keep them from attacking her.
Mm-hmm. It's a very nice shirt.
All right. So,
Wait, but she didn't tell you about this shirt, did she?
No, she told us that she gave them a shirt.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes.
yeah.
She didn't mention that she had a matching shirt. Emil knows that.
True.
Mm-hmm. Also, she hasn't given you the matching shirt for the other matching shirt, which is the one that was child size to you.
Also, Emil, perhaps it's... how tall is Emil?
He's actually pretty tall. I think he's height. Give me 1 second. Yeah, he's 6'1".
You know, rather than a hoodie, could you just turn into, like, a cat or something and sit in the back? Or a
I
dog?
mean,
Something small?
I could turn into a dog. Yes.
Wonderful.
I mean,
I
technically,
can turn into a bear.
As a game
Don't-
pro, I can actually turn into a local equivalent, so I can turn into like a coyote.
Are
Oh,
you
you can get us
limited
over the
to...
border.
Are you limited purely to... God damn it.
Wild
I
dogs
tried
and-
not
wild
to
dogs and
acknowledge
bats.
it.
Yeah, wild dogs and bats is what I need. And a bear. I can do
You
a
know,
bear.
a bat would work as well. You're tiny, you would not be seen, you could sit in, like, the footwell of the back. Nobody would see you.
Actually, a
just
normal dog would make sense for two gay men and their
horribly disfigured friends.
horribly disfigured stepbrother or something. With a big old friendly
You don't
dog.
have to specify horribly disfigured. That's just.
But we
It's
wanted to make sure
unnecessary.
you understood that it was you and not Dawn.
Indeed. And look, Samuel, we didn't bring up the smell, so, you know. We're trying here.
Thanks.
Meet us halfway.
I shouldn't have given you that. I shouldn't have given you the USB stick.
That was recompense for eating rats in the bed, which I forgave you for, most generously.
There's like a trash can full of dead rats that you probably have to burn because they've had all their blood drained from them. You know, it's sort of like, don't mind this. I'm just putting like lighter fluid on top of these dead rats and like,
We probably sent it with. Samuel probably took it with him to hold any other rats he was drinking.
I mean, like
burned it with
normally
the
he
car.
just like throws them in the sewer, and that's like it kind of hides it pretty well. Because it's
Samuel
sewer.
just took one of those glad, stretchy garbage bags, stuffed all the rats in there, left it in the desert.
just dumped him out through Baltimore.
No, we bury. No, get this. We bury them in shallow graves and make them by the car that we abandoned. That makes them think that we got caught and murdered in the desert.
And if anyone digs them up, they're gonna see countless rat bodies drained of their blood.
I mean, by that
they
time,
might. Maybe they'll decompose by then.
The chupacabra.
the chupacabra.
Oh, I can also turn into a rat.
I just pictured you said shallow. I just pictured tiny rat-sized shallow graves that you have there.
Well then, darling, now that we've got this taken care of, shall we go?
Yes. What sort of dog would you like to be, Emil?
Technically, it has to be a wolf. Well, because basically the idea is you can turn into wild dogs. So like
Wonderful,
wolves,
you're a
coyotes,
wolfhound then.
All right.
bulls.
Yes.
A fox.
Just
Jackals.
2 men and their handsome wolfhound.
And they're horribly disfigured.
Horribly disfigured brother, yes.
Yep.
Left their sister in the trunk.
Samuel, I hope you know the jabs are all in good
Guys,
faith.
can I come out now?
No, you cannot, Dawn.
Actually, so just so everyone knows, what we're doing here is a reenactment of The Hangover, but we couldn't get a tiger.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I never... Was that a movie?
Yes.
Oh.
It was mildly amusing and strangely similar to our current situation, actually.
Well,
Where the main characters have very little idea of what's going on, are embroiled in situations far beyond their ken, and trying to understand what's going on so that they can fix it.
well, life imitates art, as they say.
I suppose so.
And away our wonderful couple goes.
And away
With their
the
dogs.
couple goes. So you will eventually arrive with everybody together in Topeka, and you will head to the warehouse in question. It's kind of boarded up. It seems not to be in use. You'll have to kind of pry some boards down or like break into one of the doors. But you'll find a way in, of which then at least to Wolfhound Emil, there's a very similar a man that looks. It's Lyndon. God.
He's staying in the car. He's staying in the car, as is Dawn.
No. We do actually have to bring him in. Although
I
I imagine
we
he
were
and
leaving him
Dawn
in the
will
car.
wait kind of at the door.
Mhm.
Unless there's a garage or something.
Also, when we get out of the car, Leslie's gonna rib Nathan. You never hold my hand anymore, darling. Do you not like how I look anymore? Have we been dating for too long? Married for too long?
It's the arm. I think it's the arm.
Where's your ring, dear?
It's on my arm. You just can't see it. Is there something wrong with that?
Yes, there is.
I wear it spiritually, Nathan.
It was on the arm when he lost it.
It is spiritually a part of me now and forever, and I find your words highly disturbing. I expect a wonderful present later to make up for this.
What a heartbreaking story.
Mm-hmm. Very.
I'll think of something, dear.
Oh, wonderful.
All right, let's go into this horribly withered old warehouse. Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Are you the rest of them?
Yes, we've left our canine and the young lady at the door as requested, somewhat, so that you would have to deal with them as little as possible.
It's fine.
My name's Nathan.
It's fine. It's fine.
Leslie. And that one is Sam. There we go. We are the better half, you could say.
Doubt that.
There are
whatever.
3 of us. So.
Honestly
I'm
speaking,
gonna. I want to read this dude's aura.
Sure.
I've once again forgotten what the role is because it's something dumb. God damn it! 1 sec.
Can I remember what page it is quickly and efficiently? Let's see here. Go PDF. Go to the page. Or do not respond to the PDF.
Aspects. Heightened senses. Aura perception. Got it there first. Haha. Perception, empathy, difficulty 8.
Well, I mean, my PDF kind of died, so... Oh, there it goes.
Fair.
It was briefly at the not responding. It was like, you want me to do something? I don't want to do something.
Hey, let's go.
Alright,
2 successes.
that tells
Main
me
color.
The main color?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what his main color would be. Right now... He's got a very dark blue to his aura right now. Which is suspicious.
Alright, fair enough. I'm not gonna say
Why
that.
is it suspicious?
Well, I mean, he's suspicious.
Are we not extremely trustworthy people?
No!
It's very hurtful of you to say, Tandis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wounded. I don't
I'm
know if
trustworthy.
Knife.
He doesn't know us well enough to know not to trust us yet.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you're associated with us, and he doesn't trust us, which is the...
Look, we got Samuel with his 7 humanity to keep me and Nathan in check.
Ish.
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 Man, if it ever became just the 2 of us on adventures, things would...
Just fucking murdering people. Just like, yeah, fuck it.
No, not if there's no point to it.
Yeah, not cold blood. That'd take our humanity even lower.
Uh-huh.
We
No,
just
but to like,
don't-
make the job easier.
Yeah, we just don't shy away from murder if it's needed.
Uh-huh. Whew, sorry.
So,
So,
Nathan, Samuel, Leslie, you've met Emil and Dawn.
grand. You take care of that problems you had. I don't have to worry about any explosions or gunfire or secret agents showing up.
Well, I cannot speak for the cartels. You need not worry of any more interaction from the CIA. That is...
I was
I don't
going
even
to
want
say-
to know it's the CIA. What nothing to do with that. If you calling people in, great. Doesn't care about it. I don't care about it. Not going to involve any of us. The boss man's going to be showing up. All he want to know is what the message is for, and if he's got to emblazon you into a fiery pile of death. The usual.
Emblazoned.
Well, I'll
Emblazon
answer
you.
the second part first. No, he does not.
That's grand too. I would rather not have to worry about cleaning up a bunch of horrible burnt dust from this place.
Mm-hmm. Although it wouldn't necessarily be out of place, presumably, the reason you chose this location. In answer to the first question, though, or first concern, honestly, the message is about a family reunion.
I don't care. I'm just... Look, I work for the boss. I get some things from the boss. But I ain't like all in the... I haven't drunk the Kool-Aid, if you will. He's preaching
shame, it
some
is.
stuff. He's talking about some things. He's raising spirits of the dead. I don't want nothing to do with that. I got one job. I talk to people on the outside. I take a look at them. Know if they're lying, or the dickwads, or something like that. Come back to him. Inform him of that. Keep
I
it
was gonna
good.
say, this side of the Kool-Aid is rather enjoyable.
That is why I was giving you...
Not that Kool-Aid. Not that Kool-Aid. The, you know... The Kool-Aid you would drink that would probably be spiked with something that if you were mortal, you would fall over and not get back up again. That kind of Kool-Aid.
I can see what you mean.
Yeah, I ain't into that kind of stuff. Personally, I kind of fine the way I am. If I'm one of you guys, yeah, maybe I can do some cooler things.
Speaking of, you sound awfully familiar to someone else I know.
It's the way things work. Anyway,
Regardless, the point of telling you a little bit more information was so that you could get a read on me, so to speak.
oh yeah, a lot of you seem, well, probably a few steps up from your friends, but I don't know much to do with you, honestly speaking. It'll be up to my good friend and boss to decide what to do with you. I can't give any suggestions on anything negative or positive. You seem fine to me.
Honestly, it will be
Good
nice
enough
just
for
to
me.
have this over with. This has been a long time coming. Believe me, we do not want to remain here any longer than you do.
Welp. I'll send the message in. We just gotta wait a little bit.
Thank you.
You wait a little bit, and eventually the kind of other side, kind of like probably what led to like an underground section of the building will kind of open up, and you will see flanked on the sides by like 3 people dressed in tribal get-ups almost, with like large amulets around their necks that seem to have this kind of sun symbol, and a man wearing like a mask that looks to be like a sun mask will kind of walk out, kind of accompanied by them.
Before they get close, like, I'm assuming they're a distance away.
Yes. Like on the other side of this large open room that probably had a lot of machinery at one point in time and no longer does.
Leslie's just gonna whisper to Nathan, "Odd apparel for one of the kin, would you not say?"
I didn't actually hear you.
Odd apparel for one of the kin, would you not say?
I would not if he's the leader of this religious sect. They tend to go for very symbolic garb.
Point taken.
By the way, while we were waiting, I wanted to get the information about the restaurant so that I can invest in it, because I want to hear that fucking story.
All right.
And I want all the dirty details as well.
Oh yeah.
All right. He'll kind of take like a look around and kind of like move. He'll kind of like take a look at across you. You know, just kind of moving his head again, like he's got this kind of sun mask. He's kind of in robes. He's gonna be like, "Speak your message now, while I still have patience, my man."
Are you Khurshid?
I am Khurshid.
Well, man, now I actually need to look this stuff up because I haven't talked about who's actually asking for them in so long. Where is... No. 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 No.
It has been over a month since the last time we actually talked to somebody about it.
And that's not even what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the lady who's Lazarus's children. Angelique! Found it. A relative of yours, Angelique, is calling for a family reunion, so to speak, in Cairo, and has requested the pleasure of your company.
And so you've been sent as Aaron, boys. Is that it?
Messengers.
And is there good reason that I should not just slay you now and say you never came?
Well, besides my desire for my own skin, because there's no use to you if you do. And we can ease your trip if you'd like.
There's no need. arrange anything I need to. Very well. I'm not against necessarily this meeting you speak of. But I hope that it has something that it makes it worthwhile for myself.
I believe that would be entirely in the hands of Angelique. We are not privy to all the dirty details.
He's going to turn and leave.
Gonna
All right.
wait till he leaves before I leave.
Yep. I'll turn to Lyndon.
Well, that
Story.
went well. What story?
I'd say so. The story of Emil and Dawn.
Oh, yeah. Your idiot twins came in probably looking for me. I guess out. They saw someone, guessed it could have been me. Turns out it's some kind of person related to spy work or something. I don't know the exact details. You'd have to look into that for me. End up getting a package from him because apparently he wants to get it out of his personage post-haste. I'm guessing probably something not great. Alright, they get the package. Someone else shows up like 5 minutes later as they're discussing something. He wants the package. There you go. Now the handoff. Now they're behind it. Turns out, place was being watched by some cartel folks. Didn't like that. Shot up the place. Caused it to explode. Then there was a gang war. You know, the usual. That's caused by your presence in an area.
You know, you're not wrong. So, we shall get out of this area to hopefully avoid any further gang or other governmental interference. Thank you for the story. The owners shall be receiving an anonymous donation. And perhaps at some point in the future, I can get you a sandwich or some tacos or something. Once they've rebuilt.
He's gonna then just wait for you to leave.
Turn around and leave.
Thank you kindly. Let's go.
Alright.
Alright.
Well, that went smoothly. Now, can we finally be out of this place? I've got this crawling sensation on my back of being watched, and not the good kind.
What's the good kind?
We don't need to discuss that.
Some sort of sexual thing, I imagine. Alright, well.
You would know, darling.
No, I frequently like to be involved in things. So, Dawn, I think perhaps for the time being, the trunk is perhaps the safest place for you. Emil, if you can remain as you are, hopefully the rest of us will be able to return to the prop plane with sufficient time to leave this Caine forsaken place. Or in
Away
other
we go.
words,
Back to the...
let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's go. Leslie wants to leave very now.
Yeah, it's a good time to leave.
The sooner we're away from any potential interaction with the Sabat, the better.
What's your plan now, then?
Back to the plane.
Where are you taking the plane?
Wherever they want me to fly them.
Well, where do you want to fly to now?
Well, what time is it when we get back to the plane?
Oh, probably you probably couldn't get. You probably have to wait till the next night, honestly. Remember, he said
Box.
meeting at like 2.
Should we hide in the dirt again?
While that works for the two of you, the three of us are not so inclined.
Well, one of us can have the trunk. Two of us can probably find cargo space in the plane where Sun can't reach.
I will stay with the plane in case we need a quick takeoff in the night.
I will be in the dirt by the plane.
Okay. So you've got a car pulled up to the plane. 2 of you will hang out in the dirt. 2 of you, I guess, are in the cargo hold, and Dawn's in the trunk for all day.
Yes.
All right.
I mean,
She can't
Dawn
cramp
doesn't
up,
want-
Craig.
yeah. I mean, if she has a preference on staying in the cargo hold with one of us, sure, I suppose. But we're pretty much out of it, so it's not like we're gonna wake up in the middle of the day and be like, ugh, my back.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
So
just
are we
implying
safe?
it tends to be not very safe.
Are you gonna have anything happen to us, or are we safe?
No,
Can we
I
leave?
guess you could be safe. I guess you do have a rat watching after you, technically.
And the possum.
And a possum. Yo, guys, I've been sitting here all day. It's been a good time. What? And I was going to stab someone if he came up to me? You know, it was like, I was going to be like, shit, with this, like, knife arm I've got. See, I strapped it to my arm, so it's like a knife.
Is Wick telling you about his knife arm again?
He's always talking about it. I love it. I love it. I'm happy for you, Wick.
I'm like Rat Wolverine.
Fratty Kruger.
As soon as I wake up, I'm doing the pre-flight checks and getting us ready to go.
Okay.
Well then, everyone got your belongings properly stowed in the overhead compartment, seats upright, tray tables up.
Four capes and 4 garment bags. Yes, I should be all right.
I will never understand why you travel with 4 garment bags.
For the suit. Each suit has its own garment bag.
Ah, fair point. Maybe I should start doing that so I don't have to buy a new suit every time one gets destroyed.
Why do you think I have 4?
Fair, fair. Take it off.
Where are you
Getting the
headed?
fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I imagine the U.S. would be difficult to land without filing flight plans and such.
Very true.
Could head back through Venezuela, just stop off temporarily or something.
Wouldn't that be
True.
going south?
Well, yeah, but then we'd
Yes.
take an actual flight back.
I mean, we could stop off in the Caribbean.
True. There are a few places we can go to.
Refuel, file a flight plan.
Yeah.
Actually,
The
we
only
could
reason-
go back to St. Martin. That was a fun place.
True. Yeah.
You
Lot
say
of
fun.
options. You guys want to go to Egypt?
I mean, that's ultimately where we need to go next.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this plane does not have nearly the
Oh,
capacity to get us to
yeah.
Egypt.
Correct.
Nor the speed.
That's fair.
Yes.
Also, I need to contact my contact once more.
Contacting.
Nathan,
Yes.
do you think name, I can remember the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Your prince,
Helena?
Helena. Do you think Helena would appreciate this drive?
Almost certainly.
Why don't you take care of handing that off to her, and I can give the sample to my friends. Make both happy.
Fair. In fact, she might even be able to trade it to the CIA in return for clearing a couple of people of, or rather clearing the knowledge that a couple of certain people were involved in any such transaction.
The drive, you mean?
Hmm?
The drive, you mean?
I glance at Emil and Dawn.
Oh no, I mean, he's saying like her trading the drive to the CIA.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Just make
Through
sure I
proper channels,
understood.
of course, and
Of
with-
course.
with her ability to
And I can
copy
fulfill my
research.
irritating sense of duty and also maintain positive connections. After all, I'm fairly certain my current contact is getting rather old. Need to be making a new one.
All right.
Cool. St. Martin then.
Saint Martin, then.
Which is basically just us getting there, filing a flight plan to the States. Nate, I'll hand off the drive to Nathan. He can contact Helena. I can contact my contact. And then we can take care of... Where's the next place we need to go? We only have one left, right? And then we're done?
I mean,
Two.
I think all the rest of them are actually in Egypt. Because we just got Khurshid.
Mm-hmm.
We got Baron Samedi. We got
Yep.
the lady
So we need
in...
Unri in Golgotha, which is in the Egypt desert.
Mhm.
We've got Pasha, we've got Baron Samdi. Lamia is presumably in Cairo. And I believe that is it.
Hell yes, we're almost done.
Mm-hmm. Of course, none of us has any idea where Golgotha is, other than in the Egyptian desert known by the bones. And the Lamia, apparently the Lilin prefer women, so
Perhaps...
Dawn will need to do some more talking.
Oh, I was gonna say perhaps... other name I can't remember. Bloody hell.
You have to be a lot more specific.
Yeah, I know. The
You're
lady
talking about
that
your girlfriend?
Leslie and Dawn... Yeah. Leslie's definitely girlfriend.
Oh, Fidame. What
Fidame,
does
there we
she
go.
have to do with anything?
She might be able to help us with the Lamia, or even the person in Golgotha.
Isn't she in Japan?
Is she? I thought she went back to Egypt.
No, you got someone you acquired in your Japanese/Korean-based adventures to come back to.
Raita,
Egypt.
the
Right.
Nagaraja.
Right.
Who's been hanging out with poor Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah. And the alligator? I don't remember if we sent the alligator back. I know something happened with the alligator.
Yeah, I believe we sent it
My
back.
alligator?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
Because we
sent
couldn't bring it on the prop plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we sent it with Ryan to Cairo.
I believe so.
I'm not really sure what to do at this point.
Well, you really have the two left. The Lilin,
Yep.
who are out of Cairo, somewhere around Cairo, and then in the I'm trying to remember the desert name.
Golgotha?
Golgotha, yes. Where Golgotha is, of course, in the desert near Egypt that has a name that people should know that is escaping.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I'm failing to remember it again.
It's a desert. It's big. It takes up most of
Yeah.
northern Africa. It has a name I should know.
The Siberian
Sahara.
desert?
Sahara Desert. Oh my
That's
god.
the one. Wrong S.
Yeah.
Wow, my brain glitched too.
Yeah,
That's
I was
a
like,
kind of big place to search, though.
Yes! And my brain completely lost knowing that. It is a very large place to search. So...
It's only the part that's in Egypt, but that doesn't really help.
No.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't know what else story stuff there is. Like, we could go through the Nathan talking to Helena, we could go through me talking to the contact if we wanted, or we could just say they happened.
It depends on how, like, the thing is with this portion of it, if you're handing stuff off, if you're handing off the substance to your contact and the drive to Helena, I will kind of cut those off and say you just do those. Because that's you guys saying, like, we're not going to be involved in that anymore, which is perfectly fine by me. You don't need to be.
Do you have a bunch of stuff for that if we did?
I had a few things for that, if you did.
Interesting.
It was... I wanted to give you another option that wasn't going to take up a lot of sessions and stuff. Because, like, this took up part of this session, but then you also got done everything with Khurshid at the same time. And I would say, like, depending on how much you wanted to get involved, depends on how much then it might take up after that. And it became as an interesting kind of extra, rather than...
it was a nice little side story.
Yes.
I mean, out of character, there's a part of me that really wants to follow up on that, because I'm very curious now about what the chemical weapon is and what it would lead to, and also, you know, being able to make more use of my spy stuff, but in character we have more pressing matters.
Also, at this point, we know that the...
I secretly make a copy of the USB stick.
Acceptable. You know that the part that Unri, the Golgotha, is within Egypt's part of the Sahara. That you do know.
Right.
So it isn't the entire Sahara, it's the Egyptian section of the Sahara. Somewhere under the sands is Golgotha.
So we have a rough location.
Unfortunately, it's still an entire country.
Yeah.
Well, it's presumably not part of the stuff along the Nile.
Yes, and it's probably going to be west of the Nile.
But also, there's no place to hide in the desert.
Well, it's under the desert, you know.
Oh, I mean more us in the day.
Yes, that would be
We need to know exactly where they are before we head out to the desert.
That is probably an accuracy that is very good for you to know.
In fairness, Mahatma is the one who asked for Unre. Angelique might know where Golgotha is.
You could try to come back to Angelique and try to get her a connection. You know that there are... I would call it like... three, maybe four large regions within Egypt that it could probably be in. There's directly west of Cairo. There's a large region that's just empty desert. There's kind of like, because there are some major roads that cut through Egypt, and it's going to assume it's probably not anywhere near a major road. To the south of Cairo, there are two regions that are cut up by some roads. Kind of two... actually, they're kind of like two major regions that are kind of divided in half. And then there's the southwestern corner of Egypt, which is pretty empty. That's the southwestern corner of Egypt, honestly, might be the most likely, because it's the farthest from civilization through any of the nearby countries. And topographical... It's desert! It's hella desert.
Suddenly wishing I could do that earth melt thing.
That's why we didn't do this part for dinner.
Yeah. Well, given that it's 20 minutes to normal cutoff time, why don't we call it with us flying to Egypt?
We can cut it with your calling into Egypt, and that'll be a good place to end it. I was thinking about calling it as soon as you guys kind of figured it out. So you're heading to Egypt. You're going to go to St. Martin, you know, take the private plane back to Egypt, with hopes to find both Lilin and maybe find some information about where to find Unri and Golgotha.
Indeed.
So, and that's what we're going to let off. And we're pretty close to the end of that portion of it. Then you'll be able to end the family reunion and take a trip to Hell. Well,
Yay!
The afterlife.
Close enough. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Leslie's okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
We're nearing the end of the game, kind of.
You've been kind of near it, you know. Again, like, I was thinking you could be further along, but we've missed a lot of sessions over the last kind of couple of months here because of a lot of stuff with the holiday season and, you know, some medical issues.
We've also had a couple derails, but, you know.
Honestly,
And a couple
between,
derails.
you know, the holidays and the mess the past year has been, and, you know, our occasional derailing, I'm impressed with how much progress we have made.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, this session was good. This was fun.
Yeah, that was a good session.
Yeah. I like how, like, even though we had the one break, it felt like it was, like, nice, neat 3 acts of, like, you and Dawn getting into absolute chaotic shenanigans.
As to what happens for... I mean, to be fair, I mean, last time Dawn joined a biker gang, right? You know?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
That counts as chaotic
Things-
shenanigans.
things always happen when it's me and Dawn.
Yes,
And
it
then-
really should be supervised.
And then we got the, you know, second act, you got the spycraft stuff taken care of, and third act, you got the face stuff taken care of.
Mhm.
And we nice and neatly cleaned everything up.
Yeah.
We did good.
You did good. You get waffles now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
had
and I got
waffles in forever.
super high off that stuff.
Oh, god damn it.
First,
The start of next session, Samuel dies.
Samuel's like, I'm gonna sort of give a couple drops, like grains of this to a rat, and then
Samuel starts bleeding out of even more orifices than normal.
Blood starts coming out of
he's
his
like,
wet
no,
pores of
no,
his skin.
it's fine. It's okay. I'm good.
But no, you can see him like, you see it coming out. He's like, wait a second, suck it back in, suck it back in.
Guys, I need you to find me a lot of rats.
This was not a good idea. Just keep
There
giving
was
them to
one
me.
point. There was one point when you talked about Nathan being like, "Ooh, human experimentation time," and then in my head I was going, "Yeah, Leslie's all down for that. I want to see what this does. I so want to know what this does."
You know, perhaps I should have taken a picture of the raccoon before. Oh well.
There was a very small part of me that was tempted to keep a small portion of the sample for potential use.
There's a small hole and it's just in a Ziploc bag, so...
What you won't get
Probably
into
sneak it in.
is...
see who sneaks them out.
There was some, like, question about some of the stuff I wanted to do with that side of the storyline, but since you kind of handed it off, I'll give you that the portion of it that it was a group in the cartel that was being funded by a shadowy group. Whether they were supernatural or not, I hadn't actually decided. They could have just been, like, you know, evil corporate people, or, you know, could have been something connected to supernatural, just because of World of Darkness.
Oh.
Anyway.
Like the Kai Institute.
Like the Kai Institute, yeah, something like that. It probably wouldn't have been Kai Institute because this is more evil. It might have been like Pentex or something, you know.
Of course.
You know. But anyway, group was help funding. They were experimenting with basically creating a more powerful version of heroin. Some scientists did. He didn't really like it. He still, because he created a bunch of it, he did show it off to the cartel. He kind of pushed off that he needed more material for it. He managed to get the stuff out and destroy the lab, but he got killed along the way, and a friend of his is the one that got it to the man that was the businessman that was trading it to the person. So really, there isn't any more of this stuff, and the flash drive has all his data.
And now the good old US of A has control of it. Oh boy.
Womp womp. I
Hey, if
mean,
there's anything we're
I've
good
got the
at,
best
it's
data.
control. It's using our ability to control things and keeping things to ourselves.
Leslie so should have taken some of that
look,
Jesus
look,
poison.
it's just going to be added to our collection of great ways that we can destroy the rest of the world. We have a collection of those.
Hey, and the
along
good
with,
news
along
is,
with a computer virus that's installed on your firmware, which is something I heard the NSA had created.
Anyway, so thank you everybody for joining us. It was fun and spy and stuff. Let's go clockwise today. Normally I've been going counterclockwise lately. Let's go clockwise and have it, because Jess is missing in the middle anyway. Umber, throw out some shout outs for yourself.
Twitch.tv/UmberSkies. You can leave a follow if you want. That'd be cool. I may or may not stream in the future.
Cool.
Again, hopefully.
Dunce.
Hey, it's Dunk TV. You can follow me at twitch.tv/DunkTV. I've also been doing YouTube more recently, which is actually youtube.com/dunspace, but it'll still show up as Dunk because I haven't changed the link. But yeah. Yeah, if you like Minecraft, RP, and stuff like along those lines, hey, I'm your guy.
Cool. And Worm.
I'm Diamondwyrm. You can find me on twitch.tv/Diamondwyrm or at Diamondwyrm on Twitter. I should start streaming within the next week or so. I'm playing. I'm just gonna do it. I'll get around to it. Probably end up doing some Minecraft. I don't see why I wouldn't do Warframe. I'll probably also end up just doing some world building on stream for like my Stars on Umber game that I'm gonna be running on stream eventually.
Nice. And Carpe.
I am the CarpeDM, and you will find me streaming on my own channel this Thursday with our lovely storyteller here and the lovely Leslie.
Hello.
And it would have been with the lovely Jess, but sadly, she's not feeling good.
No.
And we will be joined by Lightning.
Yes. It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
What time is that at? Because just to make sure, everybody knows the exact time for that.
Oh, God, the friggin' time difference. For me, I have it in my calendar as 1
That's not good.
Central.
1 p.m. Central?
1 p.m. Central.
1 p.m. Central. So that's what I think it does.
Be noon my time, I believe, and 2 Tantus's?
Yes, 2 my time. Because for my schedule, because I'm the storyteller here, GM kind of thing. Later that day, I will be doing Children of Wrath, but that's at 8 p.m. in the evening. So expect me to be over at Carpe's channel for that, and then switch over to Children of Wrath, in the evening. Of course, other RPG shows, Records of Evil, that's on Mondays at 1 p.m. Discussing Tabletops is Sundays at 2 p.m. Saturdays. Ugh, English. It fails me so much. That's where we talk about tabletop. Gaming stuff, expect more of the games I've been doing, which have been Stardew, Jedi Fallen Order, a little bit of Parasite Eve still, which I probably, when I finally finish up what I want to do with that, I'll start a new classic RPG, and some Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. It has been mostly Stardew, but I've also just liked kind of chilling with some Stardew, I'm just saying.
When are we gonna play some Magic?
We gotta add it to the schedule at some point in time. I know I gotta play around with testing it out and making sure it's working all right and stuff like that and all that stuff.
The two of you just have to sit there and go like, all right, we're doing this.
Yeah. I need to figure out good scheduling. That's
I want to watch you guys play Commander because it sounds cool.
And then for me, I will be putting some stuff up on YouTube. I'm planning on starting that next week. I'm just going to be doing entire episodes with the breaks cut out rather than splitting the episodes into 3 and doing 3 uploads because it's easier and it's only 1 upload instead of 3. Yeah. And YouTube, when they got rid of YouTube Classic Upload, which I liked a lot, they got their new upload, which is slightly more work intensive for me and annoying. So that's why that's one of the reasons, other than the entire funk of the universe, I stopped really uploading on YouTube for a while now. So now I'm thinking I'll just do basically 1 a day and try to catch up that way. And it won't be a huge amount of uploads, but there'll be long episodes that people can enjoy. Anyway, so that's it then. Check all our stuff out. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day. If I do something else, either online or tomorrow beforehand, I'll announce it on Discord and Twitter. I'm not sure if I'm going to, If I do, I do. These people will have their announcements for streams when they do it and stuff. Check them out. And have yourself a great rest of your days, everybody. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. So, farewell then.
Yeah. Bye.